Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker.
Let's roll.
Good morning, Sergeant Major.
How do you know what kind of goddamn day it is?
Beautiful morning, Sergeant Major.
Are you a fucking weatherman now?
You're listening to Sergeant's Time on WTF Nation Radio.
Functional veteran, Center of Excellence. I'm your host. This is Sergeant's Time. In the gunner seat, as always, rocking the gun, the Spanky.
Hey y'all, that's me.
Man, sorry we're late. We had some late breaking stuff we're working on, and working on some other shit, and damn, holy crap. I'm
finishing it. No,
well, I mean, there's look. I'm gonna tell you right now. There's a lot of things that happen in the Army, in the world of, how do I say this? Fuck. We might as well just talk about it about the ponytails right now. Fuck this. This got me fucking fired up. All right. One of the biggest things I think in the Army that we need to do is be focused and consistent in our messaging when it comes to some of the policies that we implement, right? Or some of the, I mean, me and you talked about this, man, we talked about it so much, people were logging off because they want to hear me and you talking about the same shit. But
over and over.
Yeah.
Consistency is key.
Exactly that. You must have the consistency. And one of the things that me and Spanky talked about was how, we should have done squares on this, Spanky. And the reason why I say that is because we should have done squares, because there's an ALARAC that's going to be changing on ponytails. So
say it ain't so.
So I'm going to say that again. Ponytails. One more time. Otra vez. Siempre contestan en español. Ponytails. There's going to be changes to ponytails. And, you know, me and Spanky we're optimists.
That's the word.
Yeah, we're optimists. Yeah, that's the word. Right now we have not gotten confirmed, but we're optimists when it comes to stuff like this. We're like, wait, if it's something to help the soldier out, like be it a beard for religious accommodation or shaving profiles,
headaches,
alopecia. We even had one of the soldiers that I served with, Gabby. She came on, and she's a soft NCO, serves in the USASOC, and she came on and shot the shit with me and Spanky, talking about alopecia, talking about why the changes are important, blah blah. Great show, and we thought that was it. We thought that was it. Streets are saying now. The streets are saying, and there's streets. We're talking at HQDA, streets down at the force, to specific individuals, and we got to get this confirmed. And once we do, then we'll be able to give you guys the updated post on the change to ponytails. So two braids in uniform is now being currently told out in the force that it's unauthorized. So somebody was corrected, a correction was made. There was another discussion of, okay, is this going to be, I don't know, are we doing this or we're not doing this? Whatever. And it came back that yes, it's unauthorized. And so now that is being spread to that formation where the incident happened. Now, here's my thing, man. Remember when they were saying this shit, and there's like the new 600-1 when it comes out, the ALARAC needs to be changed. Look, if it's not, I honestly would say, if it's not out, and it's in draft form or there's a discussion, then stop putting out the information or going to anybody at HQDA to say that it's not. So even though the ALRAC says that 2 braids are authorized, they won't be for much longer. Right. That's what the streets are saying, and it looks like it's gathering momentum. And I got a couple of confirmations on this, and I'm thinking, no way did we just roll backwards in this, and I'm just like fucking shocked, dude. I can't remember.
Why are you shocked?
No,
I mean, like, why?
Because
are you
no, because you and I
major up there, or new sergeant major of the Army up there, right? That doesn't like whatever got changed before. Like, why are you shocked? It's like, okay, so like, let's backtrack this, like
okay.
I don't know, a couple years.
Okay, let's be
honest. How many
okay.
years? If
Go ahead.
you get a sergeant major that doesn't like tattoos. All right, and I get one that does.
Yeah,
but things
yeah,
change.
Yeah.
All right, so like that's just, and then I like bring this up to now today. Like, I have no idea what this new sergeant major of the Army likes, because I don't even know what he looks like anymore. Like, I'd have to go look up his picture, because he is not a very public-facing sergeant major of the Army. Look, I'm being nice. I'm being very nice.
You are.
He's not a very public-facing sergeant major of the Army. So I bet if I was a betting woman and I want to do squares on this, I bet he hates ponytails and he thinks it's unprofessional, because that's his opinion. I would put money on it. Money on it. Money on it. That's what the problem is. And that, okay, so whatever these discussions are out there, wherever, that, you know, like there was LRX and changes, and he wants that changed again. And there'll probably be no beards, because I bet he doesn't like those either. If you can't handle a ponytail, oh my gosh, how can you have the facial hair? Anyway, that's just my
no, I'm just saying,
opinion.
I can't say that I'm shocked. I mean, I'm just not surprised. You know what I mean? It's just like, I'm surprised because at all the progress that was made, all the studies, all the boards that they had, all the discussions talking about having ponytails, we thought that had been the end of it. You know, we thought that had been it. And you know what the sergeant major in the Army looks like? Here, let me show you. Are you joking? Are you joking for you?
No, I'm really not. I'd have to look it up again. I really would have to look at it. He could like literally walk and knock on my door and like, who are you? Get social media.
Get on social media.
Yeah, and then we'll know what you look like. No, but seriously, I that's why I'm not surprised. There's probably some new senior leaders. You know, they change out every 2 years or so.
Yeah.
And they don't like it.
Okay, well here's
they didn't read everything.
Yeah. Here, so go ahead. Here's the let me show you. This is a video that Viva La Vargas did. You know, anytime there's any posts or changes and stuff like that, we do little videos to inform the audience in our own special way. So here's the sergeant major of the Army. Hang on. So this was for the Triple C. Remember how they said they weren't going to do Triple C required for courses, all the online courses happening? And then so talk to Viva La Vargas, and he does this video.
Don't you remember what I said not even a month ago?
Sergeant Major of the Army, what could you ever be talking about?
We clearly stated in a memo that all of DOC and any other prerequisite course.
He likes online training and doesn't like ponytails to me.
No, he was actually pissed. He was like, "What's going on? Why are you guys doing this online training shit? What's going on?" And so I have to be careful sometimes in some of the conversations that I overhear or hear. And then we had a discussion where why is it that now the officers that had all this freaking online training done, now there are schools down at their specific centers of excellence. Boy, I sounded like Army preachy, didn't I? Different centers of excellence. At different centers of excellence that they are requiring that for them to attend their next block for PME. So we're like, dude, why are you? Stop! Just freaking that's not needed. You don't need to freaking have that requirement of having distance learning done. And again, it's like what you were saying. There's some new big sergeants out there that come into the force and think that whatever they have as I didn't like that. So it'll be in the new Alarak, like this correction right here, like we're just talking about right now. We didn't get told any of that. We would have gotten the streets on this. We would have gotten the Alarak. It would have been posted. It would have been good to go. There'd have been no issues on this, and move out, draw fire. 3 bags full.
Right.
But
and then what'll happen, like I said, just new leadership will change and things will change again until it gets in black and white into a regulation. And then more LRX will come out and they'll just keep changing and changing until you get like more, I don't know, until like everybody gets used to the idea, like, and it'll be like, oh, ponytails have been around for like 20 years. Nobody cares anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually enough people will not have a problem with beards. And enough people will do the 2808s, or I think that was the form, I can't remember. Enough people will do those forms. Enough people won't care. Enough people won't be anti-beard, and that'll get changed. And it'll keep happening. And then it'll be like, oh, people will go, wait, you weren't allowed to have beards? What army was that? Back when they had muskets? No, it was only like in 2020.
So you're saying like when a time traveler goes back and says, hey, are you what is it? What year is this? And then they're like, I don't know. Is this like the first Civil War?
Right.
Or the third civil or the second. There's 2, there was 2 civil wars, and then they had beards. Well, yeah, the first Civil War was about they had beards and stuff like that in the battle to destroy the slavers and against the Confederacy. And then they they all had beards. And then for some reason, Big Sarge came in. See, that's a good thing too. That's a good point to bring up. Where did Big Sarge come in on the after the Civil War to end beards? What was the where did the big sergeanting come in? That's a bigger mystery than anything else.
I'm making a note of that because I'll find out.
Yeah.
On our next Sergeant's Time.
On our next Sergeant's Time. When did Big Sarge come in? After the Civil War. Because you looked at all the generals, they all had the Union, even the Confederate ones, but we're not counting them because the Union won. And so there was the freaking there was the Union generals. You had Grant, you had Sherman. Everyone had beards. They all had, they were all rolling and balling on their beards. So, but anyways, so yeah, so we'll keep you all posted on this ponytail development. I'm kind of like, okay, now look, we just literally went over years. I would say years. I'd say months of debate back and forth about ponytails. Anyways, well, actually, it probably was years. What about 2 years ago or something like that? We talked about it. Yeah, it was about 2 years ago.
Yeah, right. It was.
It was
right
about 2 years
and
ago.
It's looking like it was about 1980. Oh, I got this article, but it's pretty long, so I don't have the Navy sticked with this. The Navy did it in 1985. It was all around the same time. You know how so it was all around 1985 when beards started, or about they got outlawed in the militaries. I can get you exact dates, but it was around 1985. There you go.
Yeah, I was just kind of. You mean the War of Northern Aggression? My dearest Jessica. Every time I talks about the Civil War, has it been that? God damn, it has been that long, huh? Holy shit!
Yeah,
it's been.
Yeah, I'm like.
It's been that long.
I'm reading a quick Stars and Stripes article on it, but it is a very long time. So.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
because we like I said, when we had Gabby come on and shoot the shit with us, and she gave us she gave us the clinic on that, and that was we need to bring her back and shoot the shit with her. She's good peeps. But yeah, you two hit it off. I might as well have just kept my mouth shut and just sat back because you two were just boo 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 boo. You guys were gelling pretty good. So, yeah, I'm just kind of
yeah, and there is actually a picture. This is the Navy. I'll have to find it exactly for the Army, because the Navy, there's even a picture of here, this petty officer getting his beard shaved at the barbershop on December 30th, 1984, the day before the service deadline for beard removal. So I'll do a little bit more research for that.
Yeah.
Know exactly when it was for the Army. Like that was just like I said. But yeah, so, and they are about the same time. So,
that's crazy, dude. Yeah, I'm curious now about the big sergeant stuff. About when did the beard
so
stop?
Big Sarge is
So like we reported before, it was Indo-PACOM. Indo-PACOM decided to issue out beard cards for individuals that if you have a beard, you have to have a card on hand. And I don't know if we talked about that, Spanky, because I think we might have taken a
I don't think we did.
I don't think we did.
I don't think we did. What do these cards say?
Well, this card.
I'm allowed to have a beard.
Look, man, can we just? Is it going to be mean if we say some shit like
Am
that?
I permission slip?
I don't want nobody to say we're transphobic or something like that if we're talking about women having beards, you know. But look, here's the beard card. United States Army Pacific. There you go. Temporary permanent shaving profile. Now, here's the thing: is individuals have are required to have this on hand. They're required to have this on hand, and so if someone is seen with a beard, then they must post they must post up and say, hey, I'm gonna see your card. And there it is right there. I verify that rank. So it'd be like with you, retired first sergeant retired. Spanky of WTF Nation has a religious accommodation profile. Is that what you'd have a shaming profile for?
I guess.
But so we're having soldiers carry the cards around. We're having the soldiers carry this now. This is effective now from the USAR PAC CG, and I'm kind of like thinking, if females can have beards, then can male have ponytails? See, there you go, Heath. See, those are the questions that come out like this and puts leaders in dilemmas. Because somebody will get mad that you're not according them their whatever accounting, I guess, or affirmation to whatever they say. Because if a woman can have a beard, then a male can have a ponytail, right? I hate this fucking whataboutism shit. That's what pisses me off.
No, I don't like whataboutisms at all.
So-and-so said I could have this. Well, how come we don't have this? Well, how come women can have that? And how can look, dude, well, why do women have to have different built armor? Dude, do you have tits? I'm not talking about you not doing push-ups, right. But do you have boobs? I mean, there's reasons why women's bodies have to be accommodated for armor and their uniforms. So, duh.
Right.
I mean,
and I'm not really like with the beard card. It's like that's kind of iffy. Like if they didn't have like the profile dates and stuff on there, like I don't know. It's pushing it. It's just I don't know. It's like, why don't you trust your soldiers to tell you the truth?
Right.
That's my problem.
Right.
And why are you correcting random soldiers about beards? Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Do their NCOs not see them every day?
That's what I'm saying. And not to mention the fact that this thing is required on demand. So any leader could say, First Sergeant Spanky, why do you have a beard? Can I see your beard card? And you'll be like, what did you fucking say? If I'm walking around as a first sergeant, obviously I'm in position to have a beard. So somebody, don't you know? USAR PAC CG?
And even
you put me in the position.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. Like, isn't that private going to be in a formation every day? Like, and his leaders, his NCO, his team leader, all the way up to his first sergeant, going to see him in that formation every morning. Right. Aren't they going to know, like, if their soldier is authorized to have a beard or not? So that's my problem with the beard card. Like, my problem with the beard card is that there's already a record already done. That's like doing a lead form cover sheet. Yes. And again, you're doing another NCO's job, like another first sergeant. Like, why? It's redundant. The commander, the first sergeant, his team leader should be the one that's correcting that soldier if his facial hair is too long. Right. I should not see some big sarge that gets off on correcting a soldier running across to demand to see a beard card, a parking lot. Like, oh my God, I got to go ask that guy over there.
You know how people,
again, if I am a senior NCO that is like going to get right, if you were in a process and try to ask me for a card of anything, I'm probably not going to be as nice as that private when they show it to you.
You know, as a matter of fact, just have
I'm also not going to
just have a soldier put a QR code on their fucking chest now. Just fuck it. Just
there you go.
You got to correct somebody. There you go. Okay.
There, all the information.
All the information is right there.
Is right here.
Yeah, right there. It says,
have my commander's name and phone number.
Yeah,
my mom.
Let me do a scan there. There you go. Spanky, how come your link says you can eat a dick? What's up with that? Why are you saying that, Spanky? You know what I mean? You know,
it'll have like
it'll
have your pull heaves.
Yeah,
it'll have
exactly.
Cap Dental.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're Cap Dental, like the dentist will come.
That's what I'm
track
saying.
you down
Have
in the parking lot.
fuck the rank. Just fuck the rank now. Just as a matter of fact, just fuck the rank and just say have them wear a brassard this time because the way they're treating soldiers nowadays, just give them a brassard. Like if you're a first sergeant, then you have a thing. Instead of it saying EOD or something like that, it just says first sergeant. And then you just have a QR code on your chest because now, hang on.
There you go.
There you go. Oh, well, it says right here you're a first sergeant, Becky. Well, okay, there you go. Carry on. It says right here you have, and it should actually throw. It should actually throw everything. Oh shit, Spanky's on profile. Oh shit, Spanky's got a fucking beard profile. Oh god, Spanky's got a freaking a vax exemption because she's allergic to vax. Yep. Oh shit, she's got it should be like throwing notifications at you. Oh, she can't take a PT test right now. Because you could take a PT. Here's my thing. Speaking about that.
She's on orders now.
She's on orders.
Right to her
yeah, exactly. Oh, she's on orders. So I look. IPS A. We even had IPS A coming on here, and we thought. There you go again. We're being optimists again, Spanky. We thought that with the advent and I even went to visit you at AUSA. At AUSA, I went to go visit the IPS A booth and did some pictures with them and did some selfies and bling bling. Look at that! Oh, IPS A! I can't wait because this was going to be revolutionary. This was going to be
much potential. So much potential.
What was that? Like Dr. Hammond said on Jurassic Park, spare no expense. And then the next thing you know, freaking Big Sarge, how about we just, okay, I always imitate I always think Big Sarge is like,
I know. It's not just Big Sarge.
It's not just Big Sarge. But I always picture Big Sarge like that guy, like Edgar on freaking, on Men in Black. Matter of fact, there was a meme that was posted on it about Edgar, how Big Sarge is Edgar. And so that would be like, excuse me, how about we just, put 5 cover sheets on there, and it defeats the purpose of freaking IPS A. It's like IPS A can never get used. It can never get updated because it's always no shit. It's got mandated just everything. Everything is like, in order for you to, it's like, what? Everyone's like, well, we're having issues with update. We're having issues with this. Well, yeah, no shit. Nobody's using them. Nobody's allowed to use IPS A unless you have 15 cover sheets on there. And that's what I'm saying. So when you as a soldier have a QR code and somebody just walks by and scans you, it'll just go and just throws notification at the impending Big Sarge to prevent an incident. You know what I mean? So that way Big Sarge just has notifications just flying at him out of his phone. Anyways, just all these notifications coming out. And by the time, and you're walking away, right? You're walking away after an attempted correction. So, you got a profile. You got this. Now you got a beard. You can't do this. And you're authorized to wear 2 braided ponytails.
I mean,
it's ridiculous, dude. It's ridiculous.
So much potential wasted.
So much potential wasted. I mean, think about it too. Hey, don't you have a meme? Yeah, we do have a meme. Matter of fact, I was looking as we pull it up. So this is what happens when this is what happens when freaking Big Sarge sees you posting back.
I love it.
Oh. What do you mean? What do you mean you can't? What do you mean you got a beard? What do you mean you're authorized not shaved? What do you mean you're a girl? What do you mean you have authorized to have a ponytail? What do you mean you can grow a beard? What do you mean you? And what's funny is that everyone was cool. Everyone was cool when we had the conversation of if you passed at your PT test, if you got a 540 on your ACFT, which, you and I, we've always talked about this. If you're able to fucking kick ass on your PT test, I don't give a fuck about your height and weight. I don't. I don't care about if you're able to ruck, jump, shoot. Well, in your case, ruck, shoot, and watch me jump. Then you're good to go, and you pass. You get an A. The ACT score. To get a low score bad nowadays, it's a weak excuse. It is literally it's a trained event. I almost think that it's easy to pass but harder to max. You know what I mean? And if you're a stud, if you're a stud or studette and you kick ass on it, there you go. Rock on. You pass your 540. I don't care if you look like you eat 15 quarter pounders a week. if you can match your APFT or ACFT or get a 540 and above, I don't care. So it was funny when that came out, and then all of a sudden, pictures of soldiers started feeling a lot better now, and we posted the freaking the feel good stuff where you have a soldier, hey, my NCO help me, with this, help me with that, and immediately everyone was like, oh, this fucking soldier's overweight. Hey, we saw the PT card, we saw the soldier's not flagged, saw the soldier got almost 600. And now you're bitching about that. Now all of a sudden the goalpost has moved. Big Sarge. Oh.
And another thing is, a lot of people, it's hard to tell, are they fed or very muscular in a uniform? It's very hard to tell.
Our uniforms suck anyways.
Sometimes it's hard to tell. You can tell if they're actually really, really just obese, but if they're just big, you can't tell all the time.
So what about officers?
They could be packing a bunch of muscle under that uniform.
Well, I'm just saying, I've seen individuals that look like they're jacked in their uniform, and then when you see them in the gym, they got chicken legs, and they could barely, you know what I mean?
Yes.
They look
and they're not scoring those 600s.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, God damn, bro, you need to eat a sandwich, And the same thing. And I'm sorry, women can never get the right fit on our uniforms from the fucking from the days of, ODs all the way to now. The BDUs, DCUs,
unless you alter them.
Yeah, unless you alter them.
And you weren't supposed to do that.
Yeah. Well, you weren't supposed to start them either. But look where we're at now. Somebody says can't be burning all that extra aviation fuel carting those chow hounds to the field. I don't know, man. The way chows lately, the soldiers aren't getting fed. So it's not like maybe they'll lose some weight. Maybe they'll trim the inches.
Maybe that was part of the plan.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. Maybe Command Sergeant Major. Yeah. Command Sergeant Major Bane from the Dark Knight. Whoa, this was part of the plan for you to not be fat. But the next thing you know, I'm saying, if you look, again, you look at somebody, male and female, and you look at them and you go, oh man, that the uniform complements them, or it just complements them like shit. And I have seen women and I've seen guys look like ass in different types of uniforms, and then you see them in in a dress, or you see them in a suit, and you're like, oh damn, oh okay, look at you. You know what I'm saying?
No, it just came up in my memories the other day because I was going to the range. And I always got issued because this was when I was in Korea. And if I was when I would go to Korea, I would always ask for a large body armor because I'm not it's more comfortable because of my chest size to wear a large.
Yes.
All right. But when I needed to qualify, I needed it to actually fit, my shoulders in. Right. So I needed to go borrow someone's small body armor. And I have because it just came up in my memories. I was like, oh man, I need to remember to go borrow someone's body armor because I need to qualify tomorrow and I need to fit my shoulders, fit it the right way. So I had to squeeze into chest into the small body armor so it fit my shoulders because I need to fit right. Either that or I'm taking my body armor off to qualify. It was one or the other. But that was because it did not fit me right, no matter what.
Right. Well, see, that's
guess what? Women have boobs.
Yeah, I was about to say. That's what I'm saying. And it's always funny because it's always the guys like, "Oh, come you have to get this fucking body armor," and then they're fucking harassing the same fucking said female soldier when they see him downtown. Oh, nice rack. You know what I mean? It's like, no shit, dude. They have a rack. Okay, women have racks. Okay. Iron Man plates. Remember when on freaking what was it? Infinity War at Endgame or something like that, and all the women had their appropriately sized and formed armor. That's why don't we have that shit? Why don't we have appropriately appropriate? I don't want to say appropriate. Like I said, I'm not talking about moobs. I'm not talking about guys with moobs. But I'm just talking about appropriately framed, because there's women, when women get pregnant as well, they have to put some of that armor on. Some women don't know they're pregnant and they're armoring up. They have to have fitting, plated, whatever. You got to remember that too, that we've had leaders that made soldiers wear every fucking thing on the old style of armor. We had the IOTV, and we had the stupid UCP fucking camouflage, universal,
right?
It was a universal combat pattern, and it was like you had those soldiers walking out, and they look like little turtles because they had to wear the dick guard, they had to wear the ass guard, they had to wear the freaking thing
flaps.
like that. Yeah, they had little flaps everywhere.
Little shoulders, the little wings.
Yeah. They had gauntlet. They had to wear the gauntlets and all that stuff. And you see their little arms hanging out like that. Just little arms flapping like that. And you're thinking, dude, what? So what we're asking
And then
for
it's
is
like, I'm like, mine never even like came out the plastic, the wings and stuff. Thank goodness.
Same. So Pip goes, what you're asking for is body armor with tits pre-molded into them, form fitting, Pip. But basically, yes, I want some tit plates. I guess is that what you were saying? Is that what you're trying to get me to say? Yes, I think women should have breast appropriated body armor, so that way they could wear. Because look, it's gonna slide.
I mean, ones that would actually protect us.
The ones that are, so exactly, yeah. So I mean, most women.
It wouldn't be too small or too big.
Well, most women wouldn't mind that anyways. And so I'm just saying that freaking to have that, and then you're not they have vest form for female police officers. Yeah, exactly. So I don't see what the issue is. Is like we don't get to we don't look.
I mean,
as
it would cost
men,
money.
What I'm saying, but as men, we don't get to say, sorry, woman soldier, that's how you have to wear your shit, because it's obviously not made for you to wear it. You know what I mean? Because what if women have big boobs, or they have small boobs, and they have to wear different types of plates or something like that? Women have that extra space in there and all that. It just, I don't know. It's like really, some of it, again, I keep going back to the same thing again. It was all fucking fun and games. Nobody gave a shit about
I'm
ponytails.
calling bullshit on that, Cunningham. Sorry.
I remember when they had to. I remember how they had to dig. Yo, come on, man. Is that like throwing a lieutenant out of the second floor barracks room?
Yeah, I'm calling bullshit.
I'm calling. Yeah, I don't know. That seems like a fisherman's tale there, David.
Mm-hmm.
I remember they had to dig. What David said is that I remember when they had to dig a hole for well-endowed women so their arms to bend to do a proper push-up.
Yeah. Calling bullshit on
Brian says he just woke up from CQ and he's laughing about fucking boobs. Yeah, we're talking. Hey man, these are important. Notice how I have my hands. These are important issues for the soldiers. These are important.
I mean, they really are.
That's what is important, man. You gotta have no, because I mean, look, if we're gonna have body armor issue to women, then it's got to be done fucking right. Don't just sit there and slap the shit together. But then again, we're talking about the same type of individuals that are in charge of us, that have us fucking in kiosks or moldy ass fucking barracks. So it's just like, dude, man. Oh, hey, check chats. Okay. Oh, looks like we got.
Okay.
Oh, snap. We got some bots in here. Oh shit.
Oh.
Oh.
Hello, bot.
Oh, hi, bot. Hi, whoa, Bot Betty. Wham, blam.
Bot Betty.
Bot Betty. Whoa, Bot Betty. Bam, blam.
Bot Betty. Oh, yeah. She's getting all y'all.
Oh, look at Bot Betty. She's just like, look at that. She's going off on Heath. She's going on Dave. Hey.
You guys alone. All y'all to come.
Yeah.
All y'all send her Bot Betty a friend request.
Yeah,
hurry up.
Bot Betty.
Before she gets blocked.
Before she's about. Yeah. Oh, look. She's about ready to get blocked. Damn, she's already talking about who. Oh, hey, send Miss Elizabeth. She's already partying off to her friends. No pun intended.
Oh yeah.
She's already.
She doesn't want. She wants you guys to talk to Miss.
She
got me now. Oh, there.
She's got me. She got you. Okay, hang on. Let me run over to the. Let me run over. What the fuck is going on? Holy shit, dude! She's going off, man. Oh my!
Let me go talk to Betty.
Oh, Bot Betty, I like that. Whoa, I like very good was Becky. I like that. Whoa, Bot Betty, wham a lamb. Oh. Holy shit! Well, she's on fire, dude. I can see the algorithms going like crazy now. She's okay. Who else we got in there? Sorry, bitter. Yeah, sorry, Betty. This is not tender. Who else we got in here? And we're like, oh, Regina Danielle. God, you guys. Who's this? I'm always happy to see what you share on here Facebook, but that's not friends yet. I tried sending you a request several times, and it doesn't seem to be going through. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Oh, man. Stay blessed. Okay, Regina. You're fitting to get blessed, all right. You're going to be the best blocked out. Okay, Regina. There you go. Hang on. Let me see. Where is she at? Oh, man. She's like all over.
Oh, all right. Go back to sleep. It's not good time for Korea listeners right now, but you can always play it back if you want to, but just don't send a friend request to Bot Betty.
Yeah, don't answer to Bot Betty. Exactly.
Go back to bed, Brian.
She is on. Yeah. Man, look at that. Look at Brian wakes up, listens to us. We talking about boobs and armor, and the next thing you know, he's getting bombarded by Bot Betty. So
I know. Gosh.
oh man.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's that other one? Who's Regina? Where's that Regina one at? Is she on the other one? I think is she on the radio page? I think she might.
Right, let me think.
Let's see.
Oh,
I
think I can. Let me check. I can go get that one.
Yeah, because
I can go get that one.
she's an easy block. Regina, no, we got no comments on that. We got no comments on that.
No?
Yeah, I don't see it. Yeah, she's
I
on
don't
there.
know Regina.
Yeah, so Regina Danielle. Oh, okay. Hey, Regina, why don't you comment? Why don't you comment one more time, Regina? How about you send us a DM? How about you post us a hi, my name's it's Spanky Nice. Just say, hey, Spanky Nice. I'm always happy to see what you share here on Facebook. Let's see what happens. You're finna get muted. As soon as I see her pop up, man, I'm gonna boop boop. So, anyways. So what were we saying now? What were we talking about?
I don't know. We just went around the world and back again.
Okay, so we're talking about boobs, boob armor, 540 and above. Don't be dragging your soldiers and soldiers need to have a QR code on their bodies because the way things are going, the way we're just not.
We should patent that idea right now.
Right now, QR code rank.
I mean, we get the basic training, tattoo it on them right there and there.
Yeah, that's it. Because I'm gonna tell you, man, it's at this point we have so many systems that were there developed for the soldiers. Big Sarge comes in there and says, "Oh, we're not gonna do that."
But you know what would happen? This is exactly what would happen. Get the QR codes. It could even be like a little Velcro patch that they put right there where the rank is, right?
Yeah, there you go.
This is exactly what happened. Even if we got to that, Big Sarge would be like, I don't know how to work those. I need you to carry it in writing.
It's funny too. You bring that up, Spanky. Is that these are the same assholes that want you to do lead form cover sheets that are in like 16-member group chats, trying to tell their soldiers what they need to do. I'm like, oh my god. So yeah.
Right.
Whoa, Bot Betty, blam blam. That's a good joke. I like that, Spanky. Whoa, Bot Betty, blam blam. I said Black Betty, but bam, freaking Spanky on point. Oh man.
Oh man.
All right, take it easy, Brian.
In quadruple it.
In quadruple it, yeah.
Quadruplicate. I can't say that word.
In troblicate. So, anyways, yeah. So, hey, look, man, I just one of those things, dude. So, real quick. Okay, so we got on that topic. We got on what other topic did we get on to? I think what other stuff we were going to talk? Oh! Did you hear what happened in Germany? Did you hear what happened in Germany? Alemania.
That's how you said it. I just learned that word.
You did, exactly. Pretty good, yeah. That's how you say it. Wow, dude. What do you mean? That's how I say this. How you say Deutschland in Espanol. There's been a big issue with the vehicle registration. And I mean, we're talking like on epic levels of them having to show up at dark something in the morning, and then they do not get seen for a few hours. I don't know if you guys remember this post on the main page that the blue is indicated in one area, which is compound vehicle registration. Any tips would be appreciated. Individuals are renting cars. Individuals are having to hold and sell spots. And so this the wait. So in the blue is one location, and the images of troops waiting are at another location. And then this is an update from on the Grafenwehr vehicle registration office of troops showing up at 0345, and there's a line already. By 0600, people are wrapped around the corner. Dude, look, man, I lived in Europe. I lived in Europe close to a decade, and I've never seen this bullshit before, even in small installations. Now, here's what's happening as well, is that now soldiers are now starting to go, hey, fuck this. I'm going to go to another vehicle registration, because if you don't, if your registrations go out, then you'll get to pay, just like any other registration back at home. There are other vehicle registrations that hardly have anybody there, but people will drive hours away to, and those vehicle registrations are saying, well, you're not assigned to here, so we can't accept you. Even though there's no wait, even though there's no line. Bomb holder is what's been happening. It's in bomb holder that's had soldiers that have been chased away or not being seen, even though there's hardly anybody there for their vehicle registration. So I'm like, dude, how does this happen?
I don't like, if you just by looking at this picture, I'm counting about 30 folders, and about just roughly, let's just say they make $10 an hour. I know every single person in that picture makes more than $10 an hour.
Right.
Just say they make $10 an hour. Doing beer math, what's 30 times 10? 300. That's $300 an hour. You're looking at $300 an hour. You're looking at wasted. And we know they make way more than $10 an hour. But that's $300 an hour. You're looking at wasted in man hours. Like that is way underestimating it. Way underestimating it.
Yeah. I mean, when you think about it, that is valuable soldier wasted time, and leaders are saying, no, we don't care. You need to come back here, and the soldiers are going, but Soren, I'm my vehicle reg is registration's out. So we're gonna take a break right quick, and we're gonna give you guys an update on what's been going on, and then we'll see you in a sec. So make sure you refill your glasses, and then shots.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Take it from me, Ice. You can't just float around space not caring about stuff forever.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Shit in the bag, Pogue.
Nothing feels the same. Let it all be All you junkies and TV addicts, don't mean to this, don't mean to bring static. All you Klingons in your grandma's house, grab your backstreet friend and get loud. Blowing doors off inches, grab you with the pinches. And no, I didn't retire, I'll snatch it off with the needle nose pliers.
What the evil you never seen before? Gliding in the glaze, like gold in the fucking face. Like a person with the face, so not goofy like they're in a haste, so I'm a hip-hop making it nice with practice me running that you know. Oh, so what's up with that? I got friends and family that I respect. When I think I'm too good, they put me in check. Don't believe when I say I'm no better than you, except when I rap, so I guess it ain't true like that, Joel, and you just don't stop. Guaranteed to make your body rock.
Check it out. What's it all about? Work it out. Turn this party out. Check it out. What's it all about? Work it out.
What's the condition? I'm a man that's on a mission. Said, son, you better listen. Stuck in your what is an electrician. Like a scientist. When I'm applying this method of controlling my mind like Einstein rap the Duke of what? Now, hey, nigga, but now what the deal? I didn't know you go for that mass appeal. So I'm calling to Lucci. Some my potato. I stole your mic, but you won't see it later. Cause I work magic like a magician. I add up the mathematician of the bank cashier. Engineer, I wear cotton.
I'm going to cruise past ya. Your money, don't jump yourself. Put that back on the shelf. Flames blazing, yeah, I'm phasing. My crew's amazing. We're working on the record, y'all, so just stay patient. Check it out. What's it all about? Work it out. Turn this party out. Check it out. What's it all about? Work it out. Turn this party out.
Now I go by the name of the King and Rock. I don't wear a cup nor a jock. I bring the that's beyond bizarre, like Miss Piggy. I am the one with the clientele. You say at rock, you rock so well. I got class like pink champagne. MTA got
What is this Facebook Live? I've never heard of this shit.
I am here determined to stop this future atrocity.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
Germany, hang out with the DMV, and just see who's in there. That's actually, what's that meme of the what is that? Zootopia, where that sloth is really slow, going, just slowly stamping everything. There's got to be some fix to it. We did get in the inbox a message about, okay, there's going to be a change, and this is what's been proposed. Look, we had nothing to do with this. Again, yeah, exactly that, Heath. Next on the big stage next on the stage is Big Sarge. But there's a change. There's been an update recently as of, I don't know, just a couple hours ago, right before we went on air. And so we figured, okay, let's assist in spreading the word the most we can do.
We will
I guess.
spread.
We will we will spread
the word.
The word, yes. Word shall be spreaded. And this is from Ramstein Air Base. And Ramstein Air Base in the KMC area, which is the Kaiserslautern military community. And so...
and this is why you are, reading this, because I cannot say that. Kaiserslautern, whatever.
Kaiserslautern.
Sorry to my German ancestors.
Kaiserslautern. And this is from Ramstein Air Base. Says, we continue to address the challenges facing our vehicle registration process. We want to acknowledge the frustration and inconvenience this caused many of you. Of course, there's some stuff in there. The closing of the Sembach vehicle registration office with a combination of severe manning challenges, which I didn't know there were some manning challenges. I didn't know they had issues with personnel. Shit, that'd be like a gig right there. Could you imagine working the... you know what they should do? They should do it remote.
So why do they have severe manning challenges?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Why don't you just leave the office open? Why don't you just pay somebody? Instead of building all those extravagant headquarters and shit, why don't you just freaking, I don't know, fix the mold?
PMM?
Yeah.
Even at the...
Ooh, PMM.
That's a quick fix.
Oh, I wonder what BMM...
I'm sure.
I wonder what BMM could do the gig. Ooh, am I going to say... Do I have to say this? Do the mud puppies have to do this? Does the MPs have to do this?
But I'm I started looking in the comments. I don't know if they can. I bet it's a sofa issue, but who knows? Fix the sofa. I don't know.
Yeah. So this right here is this right here is a step in the right direction. Here's what they're going to do. And I'm no one's asking us to do this. No, it wasn't us, spamming their emails. All we're doing was just posting what was happening. Opening a substation on Ramstein on around 15 August to help specifically with the re-registrations and deregistrations. Increased manning at compound location to expedite training for technicians, working with the U.S. Army to expand vehicle registration services for all communities, and also evaluating alternative solutions for the current queuing system to improve efficiency. What can you do to help? Come prepared with your appointment by reviewing our clickable pamphlet found on the QR code. What is it with the QR code? Oh, now QR codes are hip because we talked about it, Spanky.
Of course.
That takes you to registering your vehicle and required documentation. Remain professional. Treat our technicians with dignity and respect as they are doing their best to service the community under stressful circumstances. This is vehicle registration. This is the DMV. The military side of the house, living almost a decade overseas in Germany, I didn't have any issues. I literally did not have any issues at all. And I don't know, with the new type of system, maybe they should change. Ewan McGregor could fix this because he could type. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Have the MPs do this? Is that what you're saying? He was an MP, though. He was a ranger. Oh, you're saying this is a ranger thing. Okay. Not great. All the rangers could come at me. Why are you talking shit about the rangers? Yes, borrow military manpower, like Spanky said. Why not have some MPs learned up, like the patrol guys, the the traffic division? Why don't you have them work that?
Yeah, and I'm reading some of the comments, trying to get a better feel, what else the problems might be, and it really just seems like there's a lot of people are spending entire work days trying to get this done.
Yep, that's what it is.
And then I'm even looking okay, so and there might be some miscommunication
Mm-hmm.
about exactly what it is that people need, and it looks like they're trying to fix that.
Mm-hmm.
Because and then like sending people to the wrong places, like, and again, like those are just like, I don't know, that's like easy. Those are the easy fixes. It's
Right.
like, okay, exactly what do you need? All right, so that's, put that out and get that fixed. But again, it's just like you don't have enough people.
Right.
That's
And
bottom line.
maybe there should be some processes like how we have, because the Germany has a very specific method of the way they do cars, and it's called TUV, TÜV, and it is the most painful fucking shit. The way they register their vehicles, that if it doesn't, like for instance, like aftermarket accessories and stuff like that,
Right.
the German workers that always register. I remember them complaining when they were registering vehicles, when they were talking about trucks or they're talking about this. Well, they don't have the kind of vehicles that we do over here, like in the States. And so I had a fucking SUV and a full size Chevy Tahoe, and they were just like, how we don't even have these things here. We don't have these type of vehicles. So for them to decide or tell you how your vehicle should be when that's not even in the country, like you were talking about the sofa stuff, I don't get how that didn't get fixed, or that there was no adjustments to that. You know what I mean?
And that's where every one of those, that's the kind of stuff, like, people talk about doing congressionals over like the grass not being cut. This is the kind of stuff that people should be doing congressionals on.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is the kind of stuff that is congressional level stuff that needs to be fixed. The SOFA agreements, like, why? I mean, I get, like, yes, you should be able to follow German rules and German laws on their roads, but there should be kind of like, okay, so to what extent? Like, you guys want us over there? I mean, we should be able to bring our vehicles,
Right.
or should we?
Right.
I mean, like, I don't think we should be able to bring like every single like polluting vehicle or whatever, but
Oh, that's what I'm
again,
saying. Germans are real strict when it comes to the, like, how over here we got, like, just driving up and down, Rancière, you'll see a car with no grill and just headlights hanging on freaking zip ties, right? You can't have that in Germany. You cannot have that in Germany.
Yes.
So it's like,
No,
and
that's
your vehicle's
fine,
smoking.
But I'm looking, like I said,
Vehicle's all smoking, you can't do that.
But looking at these,
they're like, what are you doing with this smog vehicle here?
And that's fine, but looking at these, like, okay, but tinted windows, that's ridiculous. That's not, that has nothing to do with how their roads are built or this or their environment or anything else. Like, oh, and that, like, that's a little overboard. Like,
yeah. Oh yeah, no,
so,
Germans like to put leaf form cover sheets on Ipsa. they do.
Yeah.
Uns, we like uns, the Germans, yes, uns. So what? I shouldn't crack on the Germans, but still, I just crack on the Germans. Anyway, so somebody asked in the chats, what is that?
And I was looking at the one.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I was saying.
In the chat.
Ask where the QR code goes, and so this is the pamphlet where it goes. And so I did it as we were talking. This is an interactive PDF. Do not scroll. Okay, shit, here I'm already violating the fucking rules. Ones, you must not scroll. Do not scroll. Okay, so there you go. So I click on. Go ahead.
Scroll back up. Wait, scroll back up to the top. You got to go to 3 separate places to get this done.
Well, as I'm saying, if you're doing vehicle shipping. So, like, for instance, if you're doing vehicle pickup, because you don't have to have an appointment for that. It's just, you get something in the mail saying, hey, your vehicle's here. It arrived. And so you go and then you go pick it up. Now, once the vehicle arrives, then that's the other portion of the inspections and then the registration. And so everyone's like, oh.
And it's 3 separate organizations, too. Okay, this is a mess.
Yeah.
Like,
so here I'm clicking.
That's your problem right there.
So let's say me and you are PCSing. All right, me and you are on the freaking the Army Sergeant's Time couple program, and we go bam, clicked right that. Okay, so click on the following transaction that you're trying to conduct. I shipped my vehicle into Germany. Bam. There you go. Sponsor must be present for all initial registration. So here's what you need: Valor DOD ID, user driver's license, SOFA card, PCS orders, proof of logistical letter. I mean, you have to have all this stuff right here. Now, if you have a motorcycle, you have to have a motorcycle safety card, a use or driver's license with the specific classification, household good paperwork, and then vehicle condition work and inventory paperwork. So that's shipped with IAL. That's shipped with the contracted company. That I think normally, depending where it's at, it's either out of Charleston, I think, or on the West Coast. I can't remember. But I think it's or Texas. I can't remember what it was at. But anyways, point being, and then you're finished with that. And then what type of vehicle? And then if you're buying a vehicle in Germany, what type of vehicle are you buying? EU registered or US registered? There are so many. I'm gonna tell you what. Some of the best little shit boxes that I had when I was stationed overseas were the Euro registered ones. They're really easy to register. They actually flew. They actually drove faster than Ford Mustangs, American Ford Mustangs on the Autobahn. So
Right.
you have these little freaking Ford Escorts, just hauling ass. And then you'll see some Joe. You'll see a Ford Mustang with U.S. plates because they try to keep up with cars on the Autobahn and they just couldn't sustain the speed. So you're overseas.
Just the fact that there's 50 different links is crazy.
Yeah. So you go through, you hit registered. Okay, I just bought it. Now you have to go through all the processes again. New EU registered. I bought a BMW overseas, brand new, and I brought it back over here, and so that was one case. But if you're driving some shit boxes like a little hoopty to get around work, then there's on the right side. That's how you do it. So, damn, I am selling from another DoD ID card holder now. This is a 42 page click thingy here. Do not let any S3 see this shit because they will say, I want my slides to be like that.
But do you not see, like, this is the problem? Why are there 43 different ways to do this?
Right.
I mean, I have registered a vehicle overseas in Korea. I know.
Is it easy in Korea?
Oh my gosh. It was a vehicle I bought in Korea. So I don't know if it's a little bit more difficult. Like if you brought your own over there, I'll have to ask somebody else that. But I bought one over there. I know it took me about 5 minutes. So like it took me a little bit longer to get a driver's license over there, but not that long.
Yeah.
Like I had to make an appointment and all that for my driver's license. I literally like went in with I mean, yes, I had to read something like this. I had to bring like my orders and this to make sure I was
Right.
allowed to drive.
Right.
Because I was a staff sergeant. So I had to be command sponsored because to drive over there, you usually had to be with a sergeant first class or above. And because I was a staff sergeant, I had to bring some extra paperwork because I was command sponsored. I had my daughter over there with me.
Gotcha.
So that was the only like hiccup for me.
Right.
Because yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
The one reason why.
Yeah. So here again, like you were saying, 3 different organizations. Now every piece of those steps has to be done specifically to those because the contractors and the local national personnel that are hired to do this do not bend. You can't just slip a bottle of Jack Daniels like back in the 80s and make sure your vehicle passes inspection. That's not how it works. It's just doesn't how it works. So they're real sticklers for this shit. So when you sit there and you have to go through each process, like I said, you shipped your vehicle overseas to Germany, then you got to go pick it up, and then when you pick it up, generally, and I think this is the last time when I was stationed overseas, they had a vehicle inspection and a vehicle registration office in the same spot, and then you only had so much amount of time because the German rules of so much amount of time for your vehicle inspection was valid, so that way you could fix whatever the hell and that's what I'm saying. There were vehicles that had like the ones that Germans really were confused about, that were scratching their heads, were spinners. Germans were like,
I mean, but why?
Germans were like, what's the reason for this? Denied. Failed inspection. Then you're like, what the fuck, dude? I could drive this in the States, So I remember some of my soldiers having that issues too, like that. Just simple stuff. You can't have a specific spoiler that doesn't come with a vehicle. So if you have those Fast and Furious little Mazdas and stuff like that, that's got the spoiler really high, TÜV will sit there and say, "Und you can't have this. You have to have the normal." I mean, they really try to fuck with your cars, and that's a lot of things that I always tell people before you go to Germany. Triple double check to make sure that your vehicle's allowed to be in the country, specific with the modifications, because it'll be expensive as hell to try to modify it back to its original stock configuration. I couldn't show up in my freaking monster truck. I couldn't, bring in Truckosaurus over to freaking Germany. People would be like, I would just be driving around the parking lot, you know. So.
I don't even understand why don't they just make the inspections and the registrations in one place under one organization, one boss over all of it. That would be like, like cut out like so much red tape. I'm assuming that the shipping is like some kind of private contractor company.
It is. It's a private. It's a government contracted company that it puts it on a cargo ship, and then it sails on there and like that. So like, take for instance, these are all the vehicle registrations forms you need to have.
Yeah, and exactly, Mike. That's exactly why I bought a local beater to get around Korea, because I didn't want to ship. I had a big SUV then too, and I did not, because I had been to Korea twice before when I went the time of the staff start. There was no way I wanted to drive a Durango in Korea or try to park one.
I had a Chevy Tahoe. Like I said, I had a Chevy Tahoe, full size SUV, and I was trucking around that thing, and people were like, "Oh, here comes Ken in his bus." I'm like, "Shut up,"
And then I bought a nice beater, like $1,000, like just 1,000, not like many thousands, $1,000 beater. So I had a nice beater. That was like top of the line beater. Like $1,000 was a lot to pay for a beater.
Oh my God, I know.
But it had air conditioning. It was automatic.
Oh, automatic! Holy shit, you were balling if you had automatic.
Yes, it had a CD player.
Oh, you were balling, man! An automatic with a CD.
I know.
In no way, people look at you. People look at you
all
funny.
The doors locked.
People looked at you all weird if you had an automatic in Germany. They were like, "Why don't you have a stick? And does that vehicle not come in a stick?" And you're like, "Oh no, because it's not automatic."
So Daewoo Laganza. I just remember the name.
Daewoo. Oh yeah. Oh, you had a straight up. You had Korean mafia freaking ride, man. That's like a.
Well, I had my kid there. She was like first grade, kindergarten, first grade. Yeah, first grade. So I had to take her places. She was bougie. She needed the AC. Yes, they had AC too. That was also the reason why
that's like so bougie. Like, you have to think about it. You're bougie driving a hoopty around freaking around Germany or Korea. Like I said, I will tell you, man. Some of the shit boxes that I had in Germany could destroy American cars just traveling on the Autobahn. And like I said, I'd drive down my little Ford. I had a little Ford Escort that was like almost like a rally car, and it just cooked on the Autobahn. And then I had a little VW, and then I rarely took my Chevy Tahoe on the highway because it just started vibrating about 150. But anyway, that's another story. You can't say that out loud, but it would shake. It would like in the Autobahn, because you had these cars freaking just flying by you. So when I got my little Euro shit boxes, for not even like $2,000. Just little shit, and I didn't buy it off from the Joes. I didn't buy it from Joe's. I bought them from like a used car lot in Germany, and they were like, "Yeah, here you go. Here's freaking. You gotta pay the extra taxes and stuff like that." I don't give a shit. I didn't give a shit about paying $3,000 for a good, dependable car. And like I said, I drove stick, not an issue. Sorry, Spanky, I didn't have AC. I had the crank handles down. And I had to drive, but like I said, I was driving down the highway. I would drive down the Autobahn and see Ford Mustang, and it was always that car. It was always the Ford Mustang that you'd see. You didn't see issues with Camaros, or when some of the officers or senior NCOs, they had the Corvettes always cooking on the Autobahn. But for some reason, a Ford Mustang could not sustain itself on the Autobahn. And then Ford in Europe had different cars as well, so it's like it was pretty. It was pretty cool. We had Ford in Europe, so you could buy that Ford Escort. You could buy a Euro version of a Ford Escort, or Ford Sierra, which is like a weird version of like a Taurus or something like that. So, like I said, the cars were just. I thought, at the time I got used to it, I thought they were shit boxes. But if you were to bring them over here, people are like, "Oh, that's an exotic car from Europe. It's a European spec. Can go almost 189 miles in third gear," and you're like, yeah, okay, so it's like freaking, it's not a big deal. But you driving around a Daewoo, bro, that's like, I was like, you were balling.
I mean, I loved it. It got me around for the 2 years I was there. I kept it for 2 years, and I sold it for the same $1,000 that I paid for it.
Pretty much the same thing too. Yep, I did the same thing.
I had like a bidding war, and that's the other thing. It's like when you have like one of the nicer hoopties, it's like you come down on orders and people start hovering.
Oh my
Like,
God,
when
I
you
know.
sell them.
Oh yeah,
When you sell
dude, they
them.
hover. Yeah, same thing. It was like, hey man, what you gonna do to that car when you leave? And then next thing you know, hey man, somebody said you were selling your car. I'm like, dude, I just barely talked about it to somebody just like a day ago. Yeah, I'm gonna sell it.
I know.
How much? How much they giving you for it?
Until the day before I leave.
Yeah, exactly. How much they giving you for it? How much they giving you for it? And then you're like,
I know.
I'll give you this much for it. So.
I probably could have sold that for way more. But
Oh, yeah,
just
I'm sure.
I said, I had the nice one. People wanted my car.
Exactly.
I did sell it to a family that had just been PCS over there with 2 kids.
That's exactly what my ride's the same thing. I sold them to, except for my Tahoe, of course, I brought it back. The smaller cars, the little ship boxes. One of them was a full bird colonel, bought it for his kids to drive around, and then one of them for him. And so I kind of laughed just seeing yeah, exactly that. The Escort GT, that one right there, the German one, the European spec one, you could not touch that thing. That little thing was a freaking, it was crazy. So anyways, we got some calendar stuff that we need to update, but not really so much of housekeeping. It's already time for housekeeping. So,
get out that lemon pledge.
Break out that pledge, girl. Are Marines part of the Army? You just really came into the chats and said that there, Sorrow Eater.
It's lemon pledge time, Sorrow Eater.
Sorry, we're not talking about that. This is Thursday Sergeant's Time. Thank you for tuning in. Tomorrow, we're going to change that graphic. So it's going to be either Friday FTX or whatever. We still have to see what's up with that Friday schedule. Me, Spanky, and CQ are going to hammer out the details for what exactly that day is going to be until we get a permanent host in there. So that's kind of like flex. I need to update that graphic. And then, of course, Saturday is a day off. You might see some co-ops happening, or you might see some Space Force stuff. You might, you never know. Sunday, of course, is the coach and the actual King Smith. What do you hear? What do you say? The sports bar with all the comedic. Oh, dude, those guys are hilarious. Ever tune in? Sometimes I'm like, okay.
Oh, I have. I do.
Sometimes it's not my sometimes it's not my thing to listen to sports, but the way those guys cut sports, oh my God, they had me rolling last week. I couldn't stop laughing. And then, of course, me and Massey on the Monday edition for all news, commentary, and discussion. And then Pop Culture Warrior is out on vacation. What's up with that? He's out. He's on vacation. Did you sign his DA-31?
I didn't sign his DA-31. I don't know who signed it.
I'm about to say because he's out. He's out for 2 pop culture. He's out for so he's got no show. So he's out from tomorrow until next Wednesday. So I don't know. We might sneak something in there too.
He must have just dropped that on Mom's desk and dipped.
Yeah, he did. He's like, see ya, want to be ya. And then and then Wednesday with the Sorents, with Radar and TZ, and then of course Sergeant's Time with me and Spanky. We need to, once we get some stuff updated on the calendar, obviously you guys will see it pop up, and we'll be rocking and rolling. I can't wait. There's some Heath. There you go, Heath, trying to fight. So, other people see these chats, right? Marines are part of the circus and the zoo. Anywho, God. So we are broadcasting live on 5 different platforms, 2 YouTube pages at U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio. The same thing with Facebook at WTF Nation Radio and U.S. Army WTF Moments, and on the X app, WTF Nation Radio on the X app. Streaming live. So there you go. Make sure you share, like, and follow. And I think that's it, right, Spanky? We're good, right?
I think it is. I think it is.
All right. Well, you all have a good night, and make sure you take it easy. I will see you guys next week, and how y'all have a good weekend. So,
all right. Sweet dreams, y'all.
Shots. See ya.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Sometimes when I look at, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, I think it's WTF Army or something.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
From the chow hall to the PT grind, you won't believe the things you'll find. Drill sergeant's rage, a fiery storm. Private tensions far from the norm in the shadows where the secrets lie. Army WTF you can't deny. Army top of the stories unfold. In the heart of the chaos the truth is told. From the field to the base the legends grow. Army double the force, the madness we know. A Humvee stuck in the mud so deep. A midnight rain, no time for sleep. Emerge straight like gold in hand. The strangest sights in this foreign land. Drill sergeant's rage, a fiery storm. Private antics far from the norm in the shadows where the secrets lie. Army WTF you can't deny. Army top of the stories unfold. In the heart of the chaos the truth is told. From the field to the base the legends grow. Army double the force, the madness we know. A Humvee stuck in the mud so deep. A midnight rain, no time for sleep. Emerged straight like gold in hand. The strangest sights in this foreign land. Drill sergeant's rage, a fiery storm. Private antics far from the norm in the shadows where the secrets lie. Army WTF you can't. Army top of the stories unfold. In the heart of the chaos the truth is told. From the field to the base the legends grow. Army double the force, the madness we know. In the ranks where the wild things roam, every soldier's got a tale of their own. From the absurd to the downright strange, Army double the force, it never will change. So raise a glass to the tales untold. In the Army's world where the brave and bold live the moments that make us say, Army double the force every single day.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.